Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Yes, I know it's take 5. They don't know that. I mean, they only knew that if they were watching this video as it was being produced live. Okay, so now it's number 6. What's your point? We have 500 some odd people watching us. Who knows how many hundreds of people in the chat room. Been doing this live video thing for over a couple years, I think. Either that or it's really close to a couple years. The reason why I wanted to talk about online video today is because I've got to answer a few questions submitted to me by Steve Garfield of stevegarfield.com. He's working on a book. And instead of answering these questions in written form, because it was a list submitted by email, I thought I would respond in video. Now, I'm not going to divulge too many details about the book because I don't want to get him in trouble or anything. But these are general questions I've been asked before. So I just thought I'd package it into a video that he could then link to within the book. I mean, you couldn't click the page in the book, but if he makes a short URL or something that someone could easily key in to go directly to the page for this video as it exists on the web, it'd be kind of neat, huh? That they could read my answers, but then always have the answers in video format because the book is about video. So I thought I would make it, even more sweet. Well, hopefully it's going to be that way. I won't get him in trouble. 10 questions here. First one, you have a background in TV, hosting the tech TV show Call for Help. What did you learn about your TV experience that would help others produce video for the web? I think the key word in that sentence is produce. That's what most videos lack, production quality. Now, I've evolved my production quality over time. I'm doing my best. I'm just one guy with a home office here. I had this set up before I started doing live video, and then it just turned into something where I was like, this doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look so bad that I've done some work with other clients. I work on independent projects, and they've used this particular environment as a set. So it is a set, but it's also my home office. So I'm very, very, extremely comfortable. And yes, you will have to pardon the chat room here. Apparently we're unmoderated at this point in time, at least for the time being. Number 2, Ustream Live. That's what I'm doing right now. Using ustream.tv and then post your videos to YouTube. The quality is very good. What computer, webcam, video, audio equipment do you use and why? It is true. I'm streaming this live to file. I can't really say live to tape, as so many in the television industry have done. I do this because it brings a different dimension to my videos. Instead of just being a talking head, I would much rather have a dynamic interaction with community, and the quality isn't that great in comparison. It's mediocre at best. I'm kind of limited by the tools I'm able to use. Part software, part hardware. Hardware seems to be keeping up quite nicely. This is a Canon HV30 DV cam. Broadcasting in standard definition, connected by FireWire to a Mac Mini, and using, of course, Mac OS X. The software is CamTwist. The service is Ustream.tv. Audio equipment. Currently, I'm using an Audio-Technica USB AT2020 microphone. It's a condenser. By the time you watch this video, it may very well, the people who aren't watching it live, may very well be a different microphone. I tend to change things up, to try to make things better over time. Hardware does improve. And certainly I'm on the lookout for, good stuff. And see, I make recommendations all the time such that people in the chat room know where to find it. So that's the link that is now part of the video. Kind of neat. What equipment would you suggest to someone getting started? People can get started using a laptop with a built-in webcam, right? Is that a good idea? Absolutely. Do not spend any money if you don't have to. Now, that being said, if you want your stuff to look good, spend some money. Spend some time on your video. I could do a series of videos back-to-back and only choose one of those videos that I would want to keep. I choose going live to file, kind of like live to tape, so I don't have to do any kind of editing. I don't like editing, slows me down, not my thing. I like the live aspect of what I do for the most part. Even though the people who are in the chat room are a little less mature than I am, you kind of got to get used to that. That's one caveat. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to condone it necessarily, but I'm gonna take it aside here and warn you. That's going to happen. You can't turn that off. It's actually okay. Thank you. It's a good example. You got to deal with that, because whether it's happening somewhere out on the web or whether it's happening in your video, people are idiots. They're immature no matter their age. And you just got to deal with it. Yeah? So develop a thick skin. I already have one. So thank you for that aside. I think it wasn't really related to the question. However, I think it's very apropos. What equipment would you suggest someone getting started? Again, let me think. Go with what you got. If you're going to spend any money, go incrementally. This microphone only cost about $100. You can buy just a regular old, higher quality camera that records HD for maybe about $100 or $200. So it's really not that expensive. Don't go all out. Create something that looks good. That's the key. Okay. You don't just want to shoot, with your head or your face and then something in the background that's just completely distracting. I mean, do something that's unique. Do something that stands out. It's very important that you do this because you're creating a personality, not just the personality in the video, but the set itself has to reflect the message that you're trying to convey. So it's not just about the hardware and the software, but it's about what you're doing and the environment, that set that you're creating. I guess my setup here has inspired quite a few people. It's kind of eerie. I found a link to someone who had basically found out what I had, like the desk, the monitors, the lights, everything, and he carbon copied it for himself. It's a little scary. The only thing he didn't have were the red curtains, and red is my favorite color, very bold. So keep in mind what's going on in front of the camera. It's as important as the video quality and the audio quality. You want to give people something to look at. Let's see here. Why are you using YouTube to host your videos? Is it because of the integration with Ustream.tv? Are there drawbacks to using YouTube? Well, I use a variety of video hosting services. YouTube certainly, and I'll get to that in a second. But I use Blip TV, blip.tv, and that I use them because they host the MP4 files that I then feed into my podcast. At some point in the near future, I hope to be using YouTube's pay per download service. I realize a lot of my community are just going to get it for free anyway, but if they're looking for a way to support the things that we're doing, hey, I might as well ask. If they have one video that they really, really like, well, then they'll be able to save it out and support me doing more videos. And then I'm going to be able to see, oh, they're paying more for these kind of videos. Maybe I need to do more of those videos. If I don't have any kind of metric, it's kind of difficult to see what my community wants. And YouTube is the place for me because it's pretty much the place where everybody goes to find video. YouTube is the number 2 search engine in the world right now. Number 1 is Google. And YouTube is a part of Google, so that makes Google even bigger. Like, if you say anything about online video, people just assume it's YouTube. It's a brand. And so you're crazy not to put your videos on YouTube. I've had people, argue just the opposite. I said, you know what? I am going to play by Google's terms of service. I'm going to let them know every step of the way what's going on with me. I'm going to work with them to the best of my ability because it is an amazing resource because of the amount of traffic that they drive, because of the tools that they're continuing to produce, numbers that are associated with my videos. I think on the average day, I'm close to, well, it kind of fluctuates, but I'm within 80,000 to 100,000 video views per day on YouTube on average today. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think I can drive a lot of that traffic myself. I do drive traffic myself through my own blog, but if I wasn't on YouTube, I don't know how I'd pull it off. Number 5, you get over 1 million hits for your airplane. You just got over 1 million hits for your airplane safety video. How'd that happen? Well, that was the first video I uploaded to YouTube. It was me mimicking, or I guess mocking the safety announcements that you'd hear, right before the plane's about to take off. And they were playing the automated roll on this flight, and I was like, oh, start recording. And then I started, mimicking. I do not know sign language. I'm not making fun of anybody who does know sign language. It was just me doing my best to interpret what they were saying into hand gestures. That was the first video I uploaded to YouTube. It made the front page. Didn't happen though until 3 months after. I don't know how they found it afterwards, but since then I've been putting it on there, and yes, just recently it hit 1 million views. I mean, that's the thing, is that when you put a video on the web, it doesn't just die; it's there forever. So the hope is that your video views will continue to increase over time. Some of those increases just shoot like that, and other increases are a little more steady as they go. So how'd that happen? Well, I guess it was funny. I could probably do more videos like that if only I get inspired, but a lot of the videos that I do happen to be, well, the ones I prefer doing are the ones that are more informative rather than just funny. I do throw in a few funny videos in there, but I'm into the information. Number 6, have you figured out the best method for producing web video? Recording a live stream without editing and posting directly to YouTube? Any secrets on how you can share the best way to do it? Well, everybody's going to have a different style. Me, like I said, I like doing it live, saving that file, converting it to MP4. I get the help of Kat. I'm very grateful that she's able to help with not just the video conversion and upload, but also the corresponding show notes at chris.pirillo.com. I choose to do that because I don't like editing. I don't want to spend time editing. And I will shoot and reshoot and reshoot and reshoot until I get a video just right, or at least if it sounds right in my head. And the sad thing is I could spend all this time getting a good video and it may not get any amount of impressions on YouTube versus the ones that I spend no time on and they get massive amounts of traffic. Everybody's different. I mean, of course, when I'm not doing something live, then I'll usually have some kind of a digital camcorder with me. They call them camcorders, digital camera, video camera with me, and I can shoot on that and then of course upload it afterwards. But even then I tend not to do any kind of editing. It's just not my thing. You've got to find something that's comfortable for you. Go at your own speed, but certainly produce something that's going to be worth watching. Again, I tend to shoot for evergreen content that looks and sounds just as good today as it will a year from now. Can't say that about every one of the videos that I produce, but that is generally what I go for. It's one of the reasons why I don't spend a lot of time on passing news, because the need for it a year from now is not going to be that high. What makes a successful video? Success can be measured in a variety of ways. For me, success is doing something that I'm proud of. That's where it begins and ends for me. For other people, it's getting information from the video that they were hoping to attain, learning something new from the videos that I do. I mean, this is the odd thing. I could do a string of, let's say, Windows-oriented videos and then do one iPhone video, and inevitably, people will complain that I'm doing too many iPhone videos. It's kind of sad and well, pathetic. Sad and pathetic. Sad because, people don't pay all that much attention, even though they say they do, and pathetic because, dear God, are you really complaining because I produced a video that no one forced you to sit and watch? It's the internet. So success can be measured in numbers. It can be measured a variety of ways. If I were to talk about the big picture of how I view success, I think it's largely in the arena of attention. So if you've made it this far in the video, if you want to write the word pancake as a comment on YouTube, it would be appreciated. It gives me a benchmark to see how many people have watched this far. That's success. And if not a lot of people are writing the word pancake, then maybe this video is a failure. Now, that is no reflection on the book, of course. It's just throwing a little curveball there. What advice would you give to a business getting started in online video? Just do it. So many businesses get caught up in not doing it, or they get afraid of bad comments, negative remarks. It's going to happen. It's just going to happen. In fact, your video is not a success unless someone doesn't like it. You've got to just, put your best foot forward and just try. If it doesn't work, try again. The videos that tend not to work are sales pitches. Product demonstrations are okay. Screencasts are good. But product pitches have really got to be unique. You've got to look at a product pitch much like you would a Super Bowl commercial. It's got to capture people's attention, like completely, totally. And if it's anything less than a Super Bowl quality commercial, as a business, it won't work. It just won't work. Number 9, any other thoughts? You know, everybody's got a different story. Everybody's got a different take. You find your own. Don't just do what somebody else is doing. That's probably the biggest mistake you could make. Is yes, you can like what somebody else is doing and you can emulate what somebody else is doing, but ultimately if you don't own that, I mean, if you not grab on with both hands and make it yours, it's just not going to go. It's like the businesses that, they get on YouTube because everybody else is, but then they don't know why they're there. They upload 2 videos and that's it. Or like marketers who, start these campaigns on YouTube, get attention for a couple days and then it dies out. The community's gone. There was no community in the first place. That's the wrong way of doing it. You've got to make an investment in time and resources and energy and community if you expect to be successful with any kind of online video, whether it's on YouTube or on your own site. And if you got video on your own site, you might as well be making it YouTube video. Why? Because you're driving up your numbers to YouTube. And the higher the numbers that are passed back to YouTube, the more relevant that video is going to be in YouTube. And I hate to break it to you, but there are probably more people who know about YouTube than will ever know about you. And the same holds true for me. And I've got a lot of subscribers on YouTube. I have a lot of people who follow me on the web, and there's still more people in this galaxy who do not know who I am. And even though I love my audience and I love the community, I realize that my target market are the people who don't know me. Because the people who do know me have either made up their mind to like me or to not like me. And I've got to do my best to get to the people who don't yet know me. So then hopefully they will like me. It's up to them. But you understand? You've got to pay attention to your community, but at the same time know that the bigger part of the community is the one that you don't have yet. The one that doesn't know you yet. Unless you're a big brain, in which case, what are you listening to me for? Number 10, what is the secret to online video? The secret to online video. If you figure this out, let me know. Because I don't think anybody's cracked the code. I really don't. If there is a secret, just make it not suck. And I've made some pretty sucky videos in the past. And likely will make some in the future. But that's okay, because I try to make up for it with good videos. Doesn't always work, but I do my best. I just do it, and I do my best, and I try not to suck. Steve, I hope your book doesn't suck, especially now that I'm a part of it. Please, please, please link this video from the book. I just thought it'd be nice to do this. I mean, someone needs a break. If they're reading the book right now, they need to watch a video, break out of the whole reading thing. Just enjoy some video, because that's what the book's about. My email address, what was that? That was like a Peter Brady voice thing that I had going on. It's time to change. My email address, chris@pirillo.com. I'm blogging at chris.pirillo.com. We've got a community of technology enthusiasts at geeks.pirillo.com. And chances are, I've got a live video happening right now because it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in conjunction with this chat room, which is sometimes moderated, sometimes unmoderated. You got to experience both. So that's good. We had a good example of community inside the video. It's kind of fun to do. That's why I do it. And if you're a geek like the rest of us, you're more than welcome to join us, typically talking tech all the time, at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.